situation. That's going to be a very scary team in the AFC West. Now it's time to talk about the Super Bowl runner-ups.
Oh, Christ.
The Kansas City Chiefs, the AFC champions. I always do. I always do. Got to do it. Fire the fucking cannons. Super Bowl champs. In your eye, Patty Mahomes. Kansas City Chiefs, they'll be back there again, though. I'm not dogging them saying they're bad by any stretch. This is a team that reloaded unbelievably in the offseason. I still don't know how they did it. Just ignoring every possible rule when it comes to salary cap in the book. Joe Thuney, Kyle Long, and then they get the Orlando Brown trade.
Yeah.
Can we stop with the he's a premier left tackle shit? Like, I've heard that, and he's good.
Right.
He's not a premier left tackle. Mm-mm. I actually saw somebody over the weekend say Orlando Brown would have started over Ronnie Stanley, and after I stopped laughing and I changed my pants after I peed in them, I had to comment back and go, that is stupid.
Good God.
He was a Pro Bowler at right tackle, obviously was a Pro Bowler this year at left tackle, filling in the injury situation for Ronnie Stanley. But, I mean, he can slide in on this line. They've been playing mix and match with this line for a couple of years now, and it's gotten them
and the line is now really, really good.
Absolutely.
Like, really, really, really good.
I mean, they got depth on the line now.
And with the Creed Humphrey pick, it just added to it.
I tried to tell you he was not going to go as high as people told you he was.
Yeah.
These two can vouch for this.
Yeah.
I said this for weeks. But, people were trying to shoehorn him into the first round. No, he's not. He went exactly where he belonged. Mm-hmm. And I think he'll be fine. I think he will be a fine starter down the line for the Kansas City Chiefs.
I am kind of shocked that he was your best pick of the draft. Although, you got the guy that I thought you'd put at best pick in the best value. Nick Bolton.
Best value took precedent over best pick.
Right. Nick Bolton, best value pick at their first pick of the draft at number 58 overall, the linebacker out of Missouri.
There were more centers in this draft than there were linebackers. That's why Nick Bolton's the best value.
Yeah.
And I'm stuck. I mean, I'll be honest with you. The name just went out of my head. Just completely went out of my head. It'll come to me in a minute. We're friends with a Chiefs beat writer. And he had Nick Bolton going to the Chiefs from about, I'm going to say September.
Yeah.
I think that's when it started. And I just stuck. I rode with it forever.
Yeah. They needed a
I'm
linebacker.
shocked they got him in the second round.
They needed a linebacker. This guy's a tackling machine. It makes sense. I mean, actually, if you watch the coverage, as soon as it looked up and we looked at it, me and Jeremy, I think you might have been smoking a heater at that moment.
Maybe.
But I think I looked at Jeremy and said, could probably be Nick Bolton. He just looked at me and said, oh, 100%.
100% it is.
I mean, he would have thought it already, but it made so much sense. Being from Missouri, there's something to be said about that kind of situation. We talked about it from the differences in this offseason from what we've had in the past. Mm-hmm. But he's a tackle machine, a little bit undersized, but this guy's got an all-time motor. He's going to help out this linebacking core immediately, and they needed help here because they needed a linebacker and they needed offensive line, period.
Well, for 2 years, the linebacking core has been the biggest hole, I guess, for the Kansas City Chiefs defense. So it's about time that they got a good player in there.
Yep. Yeah, and the name I was trying to think of is Tucker Franklin.
Tucker Franklin.
Oh, yeah, who works for SI. He's been on our show, on our ESPN Radio show.
Yeah, check him out at Roughing the Kicker.
Yeah.
Roughing the Kicker is the name of his show. It's very Chiefs-centric, but those guys do a good job. I like watching them every now and then.
And then you had, by the way, the one we haven't talked about with Kansas City?
Yeah,
that's Trey Smith.
Trey Smith in the 6th round.
That's dumb.
Yeah. I mean, wow. It's a great pick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about him as one of the guys as the draft continued to play out, how we couldn't, he was a name that kept coming up. How is he not picked yet? How is he not picked yet? I mean, there was some things, but you get him in the 6th round at pick number 226. I mean,
it's a no-brainer.
I do want to throw this out there. The San Francisco 49ers took a guard with the 16th pick in the 2nd round. I had Trey Smith rated ahead of him. Like by a lot.
Wow.
It wasn't all that close. And Kansas City got him at 6 and 42.
Yeah. That means that's a good pick there, folks.
Yeah. It was a really
It's a good value there, Bob.
Yeah, that's going to be a good pick for them.
It was a really good draft haul for the Kansas City Chiefs. Your riskiest pick for them, though, we haven't talked about yet, Joshua Kaindoh out of Florida State.
I really like this guy, but he is risky because he runs his hot and cold runs like a fucking tap in a cheesy, shitty, by-the-hour motel. Because his hot don't last real long, and the cold gets real cold.
Right.
So, I mean, if Andy Reid can get the most out of him, that could be a tremendous pick.
Yeah.
It was way higher than I thought he was going to go.
Yeah.
He went in the fourth. I thought that was late 5th, 6th round kind of guy, just solely because of the tape on him. There was tape on him that was so bad.
No doubt that the rich got richer with the Kansas City Chiefs draft
no doubt.
haul. A B- for the mullet. I'm giving him an A. Screw it. I give everybody A's.
You give everybody A's. Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna go with B+. I don't think it's an A grade.
Not quite an A.
I think it's still on the higher end. I guess maybe it's because I'm kind of mixing in the whole, and I shouldn't do this, but I'm kind of mixing in the whole offseason with everybody else they're picking in. I just think they've addressed everything that they needed to address.
Yeah, don't do that. That video's coming like a week from now.
Okay. We'll talk about that later.
That's right.